turned back over on a delayed offside. Deadmarsh will walk it back. Adam Deadmarsh bringing it in. Over to Doug Weight. Weight controlling, and a shot went off Joseph. And another shot, and Joseph got that one from Chelios' stick. And the clock is stopped.
It's fast, it's scintillating, it's vicious, and it's entertaining. 2 shots in a row by Team USA. About a minute and a half ago, that guy Adam Foote along with Keith Tkachuk, did they go at one another? Keith Tkachuk ended up breaking his stick, the blade right off. I mean, it was vicious away from where the puck was. And they battle. Terry Gregson's got his hands full. He's talking to both linesmen now about this game. It's mean. Here's Tkachuk. There's Foote, bump from behind. Foote with a slash to the leg. Now watch this. Another shove. Look at Tkachuk. Oh, my goodness. You have to understand that there will be NHL discipline here for players. If they use their sticks like that, there could be suspension starting the season. Now here, Terry Gregson is being talked to by both linesmen. This could be a big decision. Keith Tkachuk, with that swing of a stick, breaking it off like he did, if the linesmen make a major call here, it could be a 5-minute slashing penalty.
And that would take Tkachuk out of the game.
Well, Terry Gregson looks like he may make a call. This is a very tough decision. The replay showed us that there was a swing with intent, broke the stick in half, and that could be a major penalty. Lindros got away with only a minor, and it should have been at least a double. Here, if Tkachuk gets away with that one, I think Team USA going to be shorthanded for 5 minutes. I really do. This is Modano and Foote. Foote got a stick up into the face of Modano, and Foote got away with one there. Terry Gregson, as a referee, has got to get a handle on the stick work. There should have been a slash to Foote, not called. And then this one here. I mean, you can't do that. That should be a major. That should be a major penalty.
Players have been suspended for fouls when they weren't even called during the game, weren't even penalized. They can review that later. But later could be very soon right now.
So Keith Tkachuk, look at the man on the left. He's a power forward. He's a terrific player, but right now he is worried. Big time worried. He is staring. He's not even blinking. He knows there could be a call here that would go against him.
This is a period in which Canada has outshot Team USA 20-9. The quality has been decisive for Canada, but they have not scored. There could be a long power play coming up to them now, or maybe a 5 against 2.
The door is open on the penalty box side for Team USA, and I think Keith Tkachuk is going to be skating over there. Now Terry Gregson's changed his mind. I mean, they know how important this is to make this call with the game as important as it is. Now, Messier working Terry Gregson. Chris Chelios is in there on behalf of his hockey club, and it's being explained to by the referee.
Some very unsettling moments for Keith Tkachuk right now. Eventually, the decision is going to be carried back to the bench. Neither team seems too pleased with anything right now, at least the people that are near Gregson. Nothing is up on the penalty board yet. Gord Brosiker is explaining something to Ron Wilson.
A double minor to Foote. I see that on the board. Adam Foote, I see 4 minutes up on the board going to him, and Ron Wilson is really upset. 5 and 4. 5 minutes to Tkachuk, 4 minutes to Foote. That's an interesting set of circumstances here.
Well, it's for the stick work, and that also carries a game misconduct to Keith Tkachuk. So one of the guys Ron Wilson considered very important to Team USA's success tonight will be gone.
Well, I personally, in watching the stick work, am glad that it's now being called because it was getting vicious. Now, with Keith turning around and taking a two-hand chop like that, he gets tossed. 5 minutes. That's an appropriate call. Foote got away with a stick play on the face of Modano, but he also put the stick to the back of the leg of Keith Tkachuk, so he was given a double minor for that. The referee's really trying to control this thing. Tkachuk will be missed. He's played a power forward game, but you can't, that necessitated a double minor. Now watch this. It's a two-handed swing. You just can't do that. Thankfully, it was across the arm and not higher. So it's a toss of the game for Keith Tkachuk. And I think the coaches, Ron Wilson now, knowing that this is such an important part of the game, having it explained to him by the referee, Terry Gregson.
Ray Scapanello arguing with Chelios. That's undoubtedly because that they have had some input in the decisions that were made, both Scapanello and also Gord Brossiker.
You can read the lips of Scapanello telling Chelios it was vicious. You can read his lips. It was vicious. Chelios saying to Scapanello, a veteran linesman who I think probably made the call, that it shouldn't have been a major. Scapanello had to make the decision, and it is a major.
4 minutes for slashing to foot, 5 minutes for slashing and a game misconduct to Keith Tkachuk. So, Team USA with a goalie and 4. What a goalie. Team Canada with a goalie and 4, and their goalie's been great too. There will be a 1-minute power play, but it won't come for a while. Desjardins with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the second period. Team USA ahead 1-0 on a first period power play goal that seems like a long time ago, scored by Brett Hull. Suter. The kick to control failed. Otto given a bump, staggers down, puck underneath, and play stopped. And more. And more.
Terry Gregson, as a referee, he should, in my mind, Mike, start handing out 10-minute misconducts here. You don't want to see players get tossed in a game of this magnitude, but he's got to get control of this thing. After every whistle now, we're seeing pushing, shoving, we're seeing sticks up. He's got to control it. If he gives 2 players 10 minutes apiece, it'll start being controlled.
Amen to that.
Joel Otto has gone to the penalty box.
Scott Stevens departs. We have 1:28 to go, so that could just be for minor penalties. And Gregson can ask them to go rather than have them stay in the box and maybe get into something at the end of the period.
A pretty good collision, shoulder on shoulder. Scotty Stevens put his shoulder into Joel Otto. That was a good, clean hit. Yeah, both of them tossed.
Roughing minors apiece, so they'll be back, but they'll get a little earlier rest than their teammates. Terry Gregson's next assignment is the start of the NHL preseason on Monday in Kitchener. He's got Buffalo Hartford.
That might be a tougher game.
You know, it could.
A lot of young players trying to make an impact, and they like to drop their gloves quickly in exhibition games.
Don't be too sure. This one isn't over yet. Well, here's Odeline, wedged by Messier, and then on to Fleury. Boy, we hope you're enjoying this. John and I sure are. Jim Fox is too, and all of the traffic downstairs. Here's Fleury flipping one across, and it's spiked to the glass by Messier. 1:05 to go. In the second period, Amati shoves it back out. Shots are 30-14, Team Canada. Lyle Odeline with it. Pass came across for Niedermeyer, then on to Messier. Messier crossing. Messier fed it. Fleury with it. Fleury out in front, and the net dislodged as Fleury stashed it where it was.
Oh boy, what a collision there. Darian Hatcher took the defenseman Lyle Odeline right into the goal net. I mean, he crushed him into the goal net, and this will be a penalty to Hatcher. Team Canada crashing the net. Odeline's been up ice all game long. All game long, and this time, as the play was made at the net, Darian Hatcher took Odeline and crashed him right into the net. Thankfully, the net came off the mooring, or it could have been a serious play. Brian Leetch is the captain. He's appealing to the referee, but the referee now is starting to make the calls that should have been called. You can't take you can take a player into the net like this, but it's a penalty. So we have a serious situation here where Team Canada is making things happen. Team USA is taking penalties, and how they have not been scored upon yet, it's something. Now their penalty killers will be asked again to get it done. To the left side, you'll see Odeline there. I mean, he was shoved into the goal net hard. The net was off the mooring.
Well, there needs to be a cool down time, doesn't it? Team Canada hopes to have cooled off Mike Richter in that time. It will be a goaltender in 4 against the goalie in 3. We are 46.4 seconds before the official cool-down time can begin.
For Team Canada, Lindros takes the power play face-offs in place of Gretzky, and he's very quick for a big man. Team USA is going with 2 defensemen and 1 forward. Scotty Young is the forward, and then the Chicago pair, Suter and Chelios back there.
Lindros on the draw. Won it. Gretzky back to Coffey. To Joe Sakic. To Coffey. In front is Lindros. Sakic to Coffey. Sakic drives. Glove saved by Richter. Do you believe this guy?
Spectacular. His focus is perfect. He's not panicking. He's under control completely. Good pass work by Team Canada. Lindros was in front trying to provide the screen. He was being pushed by Chris Chelios. Look at the pass. The shot. It may have gone wide. Who knows? But I know one thing. Richter was there. Look at Chelios work over Lindros. Look at Richter move across. Head hardly moves. He's ready. Follows the puck right into the glove. Watching Richter practice, watching him take warm-up, he follows every puck with his eyes to his body, to the stick side, to the catching glove side. And there again, he followed the puck off the stick of Sakic right into the big mitt.
They're ready for another trigger pull. Lindros will be in to do it opposite Pat LaFontaine.
Lindros likes to go to the boards on the face-off. They have Sakic over there. Now they put Gretzky over there. I think Lindros will try to pull the puck to the boards to Gretzky, who will then set up Coffey. LaFontaine would like to win it clean himself.
It is Sakic, then Coffey. 30 seconds to go in the period. Gretzky on to Sakic. A shot fought off by Richter. Covered by Chelios. And play is stopped.
27.9 to go in the second period. I believe that last shot was deflected. And Richter still made the save. LaFontaine tried to push the puck right out of the zone on the face-off, but Team Canada controlled it. And right to the net they went. Look at Richter move across, legs set, stick down, hands out. Yeah, he thought the shot was coming to his left, and it actually hit him on the right side. You can see by his body language and where his head was turned, but another smart save. His body position has been just perfect.
This time, it's to the boards behind and Chelios. 22 to go. Team Canada will drop back. Paul Coffey. With a pass across to Lindros. Hustles on Gary Suter. Lindros tucked the pass across. Gretzky there. 8 to go in the period. Coffey fires, knocked down. Turnaround, shot, score! Lindros!
We're tied up at 1. The shot was blocked. Lindros moved around, and with 5.5 seconds to go in the second period, Lindros put the puck on the ice underneath the right arm of Mike Richter. A power play goal. Each team now has a power play goal in this game. We're tied up at 1. Lindros, now watch the shot here get blocked. And Lindros will find the rebound and just spin and throw it right through Gary Suter, underneath Mike Richter, and Lindros, who's been criticized, gets the tying goal. Richter's down, he's up, he's thinking the shot to the Sakic side. It didn't go there. It went to the other side. We're tied at 1.
33 shots on Mike Richter. The 34th one got through. The period is over. What a game.
And they're still pushing and shoving on the ice. Claude Lemieux, the Hatchers. In 2 minutes and 5 seconds of third period play, if there's no other penalties, Canada will have another 1-minute power play. Team USA was pressured. They took too many penalties. Canada put it on. We're tied at 1.
Some of the most admired cars you'll see are owned by the guys who know cars best. They're ASC certified master mechanics, and the #1 brand of motor oil these guys use in their own cars and trucks is Valvoline, makers of DuraBlend, the leading semi-synthetic for a cleaner engine due to better control of harmful deposits. So use the oil the mechanics who take care of your car use to take care of theirs. Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
To help you get around in Dodge Caravan, we devised a seating chart. We put the back seats on wheels, so they roll in and out. They fold flat, they recline, or they can be replaced by a pair of captain's chairs. So if you want Caravan to fit the way you live, feel free to rearrange the furniture. Dodge Caravan. Just as original as the original.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to be cool. Hang out with other guys who are cool. But even cool guys sweat. 40% more than women, in fact. So how you gonna stay cool? With something new, Speed Stick Gel. No other gel keeps you drier, so you always feel your coolest. It's unbeatable gel protection, and guys, no matter how cool they are, need all the protection they can get. New Speed Stick Gel. It's just for the guys.
If I give you a clean sheet, what will you write? Will your words be long and graceful, or short and sweet? Will it be poetry, or just plain English? If you have something to say it now. For soon, always too soon, my sheet will be filled, and this chapter will end, sure as the next will begin, with a clean sheet, new authors, and a million possibilities.
Welcome back to the new Dodge Intermission Report. Brett Hull scored in the first period in 5.5 seconds remaining in the second. It was Eric Lindros of Canada. And after one period, it's tied 1-1. And joining us right now, big power forward for Team Canada, Brendan Shanahan. Brendan, I've got to ask you about that second period. Certainly, it seemed like just a matter of time before you guys beat Mike Richter.
Well, yeah, we were looking up at the score clock and shots on net, and we just kept saying, put the puck to the net. There's sometimes when you're not having luck around the net, you try and be too fine and too perfect. And we kept preaching on the bench and in the dressing room after the first period, just keep putting it at the net and don't try and be too perfect.
There's talk about the experience on Team Canada. In Game 2, though, a lot of people felt maybe too much emotion. You get away from your game plan. Has that been the case tonight?
Well, I think our game plan has been pretty good tonight. Mm-hmm. We felt it in that first game a little bit, but right now, we're doing a pretty good job of clogging up the neutral zone. The USA is playing a great game. We're playing a great game. The fans are being treated right now. So, one period left. A month of hard work for both teams. Both countries are tuned in. There's one period left, and someone's going to win it.
Brendan, I know you had an interesting comment before the tournament started. You said that Team Canada certainly performs better under pressure, and you said it's because you guys are terrified to lose.
Oh, we're not allowed to lose here. I imagine they're not allowed to lose over there either, but I can only speak for ourselves, and this is our lacrosse is our national sport, but hockey is our beloved national sport. And I just think that everybody in Canada is tuned in tonight. I'm sure that there's a lot of pressure on all the guys, but if you're a hockey player, this is where you want to be tonight. Any hockey player who's ever laced them up, put on, gone out in the ice or gone out in the street and played a bit of road hockey, if you're a hockey player, this is the place to be.
You're in the midst of a game like this. I asked Brett Hull after the first period the same type of question. Do you get a chance to step back and appreciate how good this hockey is?
Not really. That's for tomorrow or tonight. Right now, you've got a job to do. You're focused. I'd rather not be talking to you right now, but
that's all right.
You're a good guy, though. But we've got a job to do, and like I said, one period left, so we're focusing on that, and I'm sure it's entertaining hockey. You can tell the fans are into it, but it'll be a day from now, a week from now, a month from now when you appreciate what kind of hockey's been played here in the last few weeks.
Well, Brendan, we certainly understand the circumstances. Thanks very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Brendan Shanahan has joined us after 2 periods of play. Team Canada has tied it up. It is now 1-1, and coming up next on the new Dodge Intermission Report, we'll look back once again some of the more dramatic moments, World Cup '96.
I'm Jim McKay with another update from the 2020 Global Games. Little Jacqueline Keller captured the gold today on the highly uneven bars, while Austria's gentle giant Milos dominated the one-ton powerlift. The highlight of the day so far was the record-breaking 300-meter dolphin relay.
The world of sports has evolved since all sport. Now with B vitamins, athletes need to unlock carbohydrate energy. It's more than a thirst quencher, it's a body quencher.
Coming up later, the graduated hurdles.
It seems ironic that trucks so diligently engineered to be quiet would have so much volume. Dodge Ram and Dodge Ram Club Cab, the roomiest pickups on the road. The rules have changed.
Focus group members, how can we give this new sports network that Fox attitude?
Let's call it the Trojan Sports Network.
Food ducks!
Bruins.
Dodgers! I said Fox attitude.
Dale Harris is a stand-up guy. I'd like to see him do stand-up.
All right,
The owner, a coach, and a player, they walk into the box.
Home team's Fox attitude on the all-new Fox Sportsnet, coming November 1st.
If you ask whether it's better to give or receive, I'm in favor of both. Either can change a person's life. I remember when I received a travel and training grant from the Women's Sports Foundation. The grant made me feel like people believed in me, believed that I could become a champion. It kept me going strong when I needed it the most. Now I feel an obligation to give back to other young athletes, which is why I'm telling you about the Travel and Training Fund. The fund will give a lot of serious female athletes the boost I got. It will help young women become their absolute best. Maybe even champions.
If you're an aspiring athlete or know of someone who could use some financial help, find out more about the Travel and Training Fund. Write to Travel and Training Fund, care of the Women's Sports Foundation, Eisenhower Park, East Meadow, New York, 11554. Or call 1-800-227-3988.
Don't let anything stop you from trying.
The World Cup of Hockey is being brought to you by the U.S. Army. Be a part of the toughest, smartest army in the world. Be all you can be. By New Speed Stick Gel. It's unbeatable gel protection just for the guys. By Nike. Just do it. And by Valvoline, the #1 choice of America's top mechanics for use in their own cars. People who know use Valvoline. The new Dodge intermission report. 22 shots fired by Team Canada in that second period. 22 shots. One of them got in, and as John mentioned, they will have a power play shortly after the third period gets underway. Well, what do you think of this one?
Mike, I really think when you try to sit and look at the first two periods, Canada really worked the U.S. defense, finally got through after about the 10-minute mark of the first period, and now the U.S. defense is just getting worn out. Mike Richter's been splendid. Canada's deserved to get at least the one goal. They've been the better team here so far in this game. The U.S. forwards have to find a way to get their game on track, get their feet going. It hasn't happened. And Team Canada, when you see the avalanches that they've performed with and they've performed like, you wonder how this third period will go. Can Mike Richter keep it going? He deserves to be first star already in this thing. He's been marvelous.
Indeed. An 18-minute intermission, and maybe Team USA can adjust. They need to. Meanwhile, let's look back at some of the interesting people in our game.
I'm Jim McKay with an update from the 2020 Global Games. Graduated hurdles rose, but Great Britain fell. Nathan Rudder grabbed the ring and the gold for the U.S. Earlier today, Caswell Fowler executed the first perfect 10 multiple board dive.
The world of sports has evolved since all sport. Now with B vitamins, athletes need to unlock carbohydrate energy. It's more than a thirst quencher, it's a body quencher.
Coming up later, the record-breaking 300-meter dolphin relay.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to be cool. Hang out with other guys who are cool. But even cool guys sweat. 40% more than women, in fact. So how you gonna stay cool? With something new, Speed Stick Gel. No other gel keeps you drier, so you always feel your coolest. It's unbeatable gel protection, and guys, no matter how cool they are, need all the protection they can get. New Speed Stick Gel. It's just for the guys.
From Walt Disney Pictures. No fear.
You know we're gonna hurt you. Bring it on.
No limits. No brakes. Just ducks.
Quack, quack. This guy is no duck.
Emilio Estevez.
Same old ducks.
D3, The Mighty Ducks. Rated PG. Starts Friday, October 4th at a theater near you.
If I give you a clean sheet, what will you write? Will it be poetry or just plain English? If you have something to say it now. For soon, my sheet will be filled, and this chapter will end, sure as the next will begin, with a clean sheet, new authors, and a million possibilities.
It can't be. I got to see. It is the 365. Boss, give a look.
Ugye ez egy IBM ThinkPad 365-ös.
Az bizony. It could be no other. Feel the track point. Feast your eyes on the screen. Can we swing it, boss, huh?
Meglepően olcsó.
Yeah. That's my boss. What a guy, huh?
Dodge intermission report in a 1-1 tie. Team USA and Team Canada highlights and JD.
Team Canada spectacular in the offensive zone. Mike Richter even more spectacular. There he robbed Eric Lindros. Lindros had his arms going up. He thought he had scored. Richter brilliant, making saves, controlling rebounds. And then late in the period, with just over 5 seconds to go, Lindros got loose. He found the loose puck and watched to the right side. They're sacking. Richter thinks the puck is going to sacking. Instead, it was flinked to the other side, and Lindros with a low shot tied up the game on the power play.
All Sport Body Quencher presents the stats after 2 periods. My goodness, 34-14 are the shots. 20-6 are the scoring chances, 20-6. And there will be power play time to Team Canada shortly after the 3rd period gets underway. The quiet right now. The fire begins in just a couple of minutes. We'll be back.
Hello.
How's your bad ice? Doobie.
That's the 3rd one tonight.
It's okay. The police are tracing the call. Hello.
This is the police. Those calls are coming from inside the house. Repeat, those calls are coming from inside the house.
Drink Bud Ice, but beware the penguins.
Sir?
Some of the most admired cars you'll see are owned by the guys who know cars best. They're ASC certified master mechanics, and the #1 brand of motor oil these guys use in their own cars and trucks is Valvoline, makers of Durablend, the leading semi-synthetic for a cleaner engine due to better control of harmful deposits. So use the oil the mechanics who take care of your car use to take care of theirs. Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to be cool. Hang out with other guys who are cool. But even cool guys sweat. 40% more than women, in fact. So how you gonna stay cool? With something new. Speed Stick Gel. No other gel keeps you drier, so you always feel your coolest. It's unbeatable gel protection, and guys, no matter how cool they are, need all the protection they can get. New Speed Stick Gel. It's just for the guys.
My grandfather was born a slave, but both he and my grandmother went to college and became teachers. As you can imagine, the power of education was made very clear to me. So, with the help of the College Fund, I attended a historically black university, which prepared me for graduate school and other future challenges, like being married to this guy.
College also prepared me for the future.
Tours overseas, 22 moves in 33 years, camera crews in our house.
And opportunities we couldn't have had without degrees. But thousands of deserving kids can't afford college. Without the College Fund, they'd miss the chance to become astronauts, doctors, artists, Army officers, anything they imagine. But you can help them fulfill their potential.
Please join Colton and me in supporting the College Fund.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste. What do you mean, challenge?
The new Dodge Intermission Report here from Molson Center in the heart of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Game tied at 1, third period about to start downstairs. Team Canada assistant coach Eddie Johnston has joined Jim Fox.
Thanks very much, Mike. Eddie, I have to ask you about the game from the standpoint of not necessarily strategy. That second period, so much passion, so much hard work. Expect the same in the third?
We expect the same thing in the third. You know, Richter's been outstanding, just amazing some of the saves, but we got to continue to put the pressure on him. If we continue to do that, we'll be all right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Correct ourselves on the shots. 32 to 14. 32 for Team Canada and 14 for Team USA. All of this in the midst of a battle for the World Cup. The first World Cup, and man, has it been entertaining. There you see the World Cup symbol on top of the trophy that will be presented to the winner tonight. But in that second period, 22 to 9, the shots by Canada.
Our first look at the trophy. You know, Mike, you talked about the shots. Team USA has had 14 shots total. Only 8 by their forwards. Only 8. They have to find a way to be more responsible to their teammates and have a much stronger period if Team USA is to win this thing. For Team Canada, 22 shots, as you mentioned, in the second period. 19 by their forwards in that period alone. 19. Mike Richter, as we mentioned it a number of times now, has certainly been a difference, and he has given his team a chance to win this thing with it tied going into the third period. This reminds me of a game that was played in Montreal in 1976. It was New Year's Eve. It ended up being a 3-3 tie, no overtime. Tretiak of the Red Army team for the Soviet Union put on a goaltending spectacle here. Some say second to none. And he kept his team alive. They were badly, badly outshot. It ended up being a 3-3 tie. Many people say maybe the greatest game ever played in Montreal in the old Forum. Well, right here we're seeing Mike Richter put on a show that is very similar. And he has given his team, Team USA, a chance to still be in it.
It's 20 years ago, 1976 on New Year's Eve. A great recollection. Curtis Joseph at one end, Mike Richter at the other. Both teams a man short for 2:05. And then there will be a 1-minute Team Canada power play. And they can score twice or 3 times in that minute and still maintain the power play because it's on the major and ejection to Keith Tkachuk. But for the next 2 minutes, it's a goalie and 4 apiece, barring further penalties. Pass on now to Scott Young in a 2-on-2. Young with a shot, and that sailed off the glass. Moving in is Chelios. Taken to the boards by Sakic. Lindros tries to play. It's chopped back in by Suter. Lyle Odeline turning, handing on to Sakic. Trying to finesse by Suter, and does. On now to Eric Lindros. Pass too far. And this is tapped back ahead for the carry out by LaFontaine. Then on over to Chelios. Too far for LaFontaine. A shift change by Team USA. Lindros rolled it along. Schneider took over for Team USA's defense. The 1-minute power play to Canada will begin a minute 15 from now. Early stages, third period. If you've just joined us, Hull in the first period on the power play. Lindros with 6 seconds to go in the second period on the power play. That's been all of the scoring. But some tremendous goaltending by Mike Richter. Shots remain 32-14. None have been taken in this period. Fleury on now to Paul Coffey. Hands on to Mark Messier. Messier just controlling, looking over his options, decides on Desjardins. Pivoting away from Waite. Desjardins flopped one that's picked up by Kevin Hatcher. Steers it ahead for Brett Hull, working on Coffey. Hull with a wrist shot knocked down by Paul Coffey, who was injured and out for a while in the first period. In a half minute, the 1-minute power play will begin. Coffey cranks a shot right into the pads of Mike Richter. Ryan Leach for Team USA walks it right back ahead. Leach nearly stepped by Niedermeyer. Rolled back ahead. Amonte couldn't get a big hit on Lindros by Darian Hatcher. It is Amonte. In 8 seconds, the power play begins for Canada, but this is Leach. Leach tried to deal for Amonte. Now we'll hustle back on defense. A 3-on-2 developing power play has begun. It's Lindros with it. Fed one across, and it's cut off by Leach and steered back out. Dropped off by Smolinski. Amonte tries to play it ahead, and here's a chance for Leach moving in. He's got Amonte breaking. Save made by Joseph, and he covers.
That was a short-handed shot by Tony Amonte, and Joseph with probably his best save of the game. Team Canada on the power play. Adam Foote, or one of the players, had trouble with the puck at the Canadian blue line. Team USA took advantage of it with Brian Leach, who's been brilliant here early in the third. Now Lindros is on the puck here, but watch Brian Leach read the play. There's the play defensively. That sets up offense. Now a bit of a break right here as the puck went right over top of the stick of Adam Foote. And Leach jumped on the play. Curtis Joseph right there. Good quick shot by Tony Amonte. Real quick shot. But Curtis Joseph stayed deep, got from one side to the other in time, and made the save.
Jack and Janice Leach from Cheshire, Connecticut are here watching their son play tonight. Otto in on the draw with Messier. A number of parents from Team Canada and Team USA are here. What proud moments it must be for them. Off this face-off, it kicked on back to Sakic. A little trouble, but 40 seconds to go on his team's major penalty power play. Taken away by Otto, on back for Suter to drill it back in. Stopped behind by Joseph and set for Coffey. Over 2.5 played in the third period of a 1-all tie. Sakic sent it around the roulette wheel of the glass. Shanahan trying to play there. Fought off by Otto, but taken by Messier. Behind now for Fleury. Theo Fleury dumped it back off. It's chopped, but into Sakic, who keeps it. Sakic dealing it along once more to Fleury. On to the back to Paul Coffey. Coffey finessed it over to Fleury. At the slot, a shot. Oh, and it ricocheted off the outside of the goal. Richter may have gotten a piece of it. Now it's back for Sakic. Then on for Fleury. Penalty time is up. Shot went wide. Otto steps to that one. Joel Otto back for Team USA. Canada in the midst of a change. Bill Guerin trying to get by. Coffey saying no to him. To the corner, the puck loose. Deadmarsh there. Hammered by Shanahan. Up with it as Deadmarsh still battling. Got it on back for a quick shot that was wide by Matthew Schneider. Now taken by Modano. And we get a stoppage of play.
I think Guerin and Coffey will be going to the penalty box for a 2-minute rest. They really were going at one another.
I'm Jim McKay with another update from the 2020 Global Games. Little Jacqueline Keller captured the gold today on the highly uneven bars, while Austria's gentle giant Milos dominated the 1-ton power lift. The highlight of the day so far was the record-breaking 300-meter dolphin relay.
The world of sports has evolved since all sport. Now with B vitamins, athletes need to unlock carbohydrate energy. It's more than a thirst quencher, it's a body quencher.
Coming up later, the graduated hurdles.
Focus group members, how can we give this new sports network that Fox attitude?
Let's call it the Pirate Sports Network, mateys! How about we serve some parrot popsicles? Hunger, halftime show, King. Say, you guys validate parking?
Said Fox attitude.
See if you can give Joe Paterno a makeover.
Home team's Fox attitude on the all-new Fox Sports Net, coming November 1st.
Let's take a look at the Team USA. One shot this period, and Curtis Joseph moved across. Amonte wanted to shoot the puck quick, which he did. Went right into Curtis Joseph. He, too, controlled the rebound nicely. Shots 1-1 here in the third period. Teams at even strength, even though Guerin and Coffey have now gone to the penalty box.
I understand referee-in-chief Brian Lewis visited the officials' room between periods, but he said only to inquire about the second period penalty assessments, not to give them any special instructions for the third. We also heard Pat LaFontaine sharpened his own skates between periods after he had done a television interview. It was an eventful 18 minutes for him. But this is Otto against Sakic.
For their heads. It's helmet to helmet.
Scott Stevens stepping behind. On to Desjardins. And back in. Lindros cruising for it, had trouble controlling. Bumped into by the hip of Leach. Then back off to the point. Desjardins has it there. Gets it back again from Sakic. Trouble at the blue line. Loose puck is spiked back along the boards by Darian Hatcher. It is Deadmarsh stepping ahead with Otto in a 2-on-2. Deadmarsh to the slot. Now hands back over for Darian Hatcher. Sakic blocked it and took it. Joe Sakic accelerating for Team Canada. Darian Hatcher there. Sakic pulling. Drops a pass back over to Odeline. Odeline sent one to Lindros, and the shot hit the outside of the goal. Fed back over near Joel Otto. Otto steered it back ahead. Scott Stevens banged into Deadmarsh. Pivoting with it as Odeline lays it ahead for Eric Lindros. And his shot was deflected wide by Hull. Along the boards they crash. Waite took his man and back ahead Team USA, and it's Hull racing in. Hull pivoting, fed it over to Darian Hatcher, tried to get it across, and it's thrown wide by Gary Suter, who'd moved all the way out. Things opening up a little bit. Wayne Gretzky bringing it on for Canada. Plopped one in front, steered away by Richter. Suter flung it behind, and it's along now for Waite. 15:05 to go, third period. Niedermeyer with the keep. Scott Niedermeyer back across to Odeline. Then he missed on the pass for Linden. Shunted back to the point by Gretzky. Niedermeyer there across to Odeline again. Shoots one in front, and it ricocheted right back out. Laid back out by Team USA. Brett Hull bringing it on. The only goal scorer for his team tonight in this one-all tie. Sees it broken down by Niedermeyer and steered back to Brind'Amour. With Linden breaking. It's Brind'Amour with a drive, and the riser got the glass. Now here's Amonte drilling it all the way back down, and there will be icing down to the area outside Team Canada's locker room, and Jim Fox.
Thanks, guys. You could certainly feel the passion in the voice of Brendan Shanahan in the last intermission. The reason, this is part of it. We saw it in Vancouver, but the faxes, the notes, the letters, not only friends, not only businessmen, but you can see school children, classes all around Canada, they're sending their best wishes to Team Canada.
And the crowd is too. Crowd tonight, 21,500 or thereabouts. 3 seconds from now, both teams will get a man back.
And here in the third period, Team Canada's putting pressure on, but they can't get shots. They haven't registered too much on Richter. They've been wide with their shots, Fleury and Brind'Amour in particular. Another important face-off. And generally, the team that seems to control face-offs generates, especially Canada. If they get their face-off game going, they control the puck and make a lot of things happen.
Fleury on the draw with Smolinski, and it is lobbed back out. Have you noticed any more involvement by the U.S. forwards here in the third?
A little bit. They seem to have better skating legs, Mike. They do have the one shot, but that was shorthanded. They need to generate it at even strength now. Canada's come out of their zone nicely. That's a great pass by Stevens.
Here's Brind'Amour setting up Yzerman. Yzerman cruising right in, and his shot is kicked out by Richter. Dump back away from Smolinski, neutral ice. It is pitchforked back in again by Eric Desjardins.
See, that's the thing. Canada's coming out of their own zone so easily, and it's pressure, pressure, pressure on Team USA. And their defense, you just wonder how much they have left. Team USA's defense. They've been pressured just a ton.
Rod Brind'Amour goes to work on that defense. John Leclerc goes back in deep to play it. Rattle it around the boards, and it's taken by Lindros fresh from the bench. 13:40 to go in the third period of this 1-1 tie. Both teams have scored on the power play. Darian Hatcher nudged it on. It's Amonte trying to bring it further. Sakic working on him. Pitched around but away from Joseph. Centered in front. Paul Coffey corralled that one and started it back ahead. Shanahan looks ahead for Sakic. Handcuffed him with a pass. In deep it goes around for Richter. Richter back to his goal crease. Shanahan tried to center. Could not. Lindros then turning with Modano in his wake. Wrapped around for Sakic once more. Darian Hatcher and Sakic test the boards. It's back around for Deadmarsh. He's got Amonte breaking, hoping for him, but instead it's Coffey. Clock ticks down to 13 minutes to go in the third. Puck controlled now by Deadmarsh. Deadmarsh walking it ahead. He's got Guerin breaking the pass off the skate of foot. Long now for Deadmarsh again. Denmark trying to get his way to the front, but it was spiked away. Good defensive play made by Adam Foote. Back to the point. And a shot by Chelios, smothered by Shanahan, and he put it through his legs back down the ice.
So Team USA with pressure, but great defensive plays. A block by Shanahan, and twice Adam Foote stopped the puck from getting to the front of Curtis Joseph.
If I give you a clean sheet, what will you write? Will your words be long and graceful, or short and sweet? Will it be poetry, or just plain English? If you have something to say it now. For soon, always too soon, my sheet will be filled, and this chapter will end, sure as the next will begin, with a clean sheet, new authors, and a million possibilities.
We mentioned early in the game about Canada and their baton handoff from Robert Esme, who ran in the 4x100 in the Olympics for Canada. Team USA had a pump-up tape, a tape they put together of all the good things that have happened in the tournament. Showed that to the players prior to the game. Mike Eruzione, who scored the big goal in the Miracle on Ice game and beating the Soviet Union, the game winner. He sent a telegram to Team USA, and I think you know the passion that's involved with both these clubs in trying to win this World Cup of hockey.
It used to be a rivalry between Canada and the Soviet Union or Russia, but now the rivalry, these two teams.
And deservedly so. Again, Mike Eruzione's telegram read in part, I know what it feels like to be where you are. It's a special moment, so capture it. A lot of passion in this sport and a lot of passion here in Montreal.
Winthrop, Massachusetts, captain of the 1980 Olympic team, Mike Eruzione. To the slot, a shot by Hall is answered by Joseph, and Hall was sent down to the ice after he let it go. And it's popped into the seats and play is stopped.
We mentioned offense from faceoffs. You win the faceoff, something good can happen, and boy, did Team USA win the draw, and did Brett Hull ever pay after he got the shot. Watch how quick it happens. Otto, Chelios, Hull shot, and a banger. Great save by Joseph. He's made two real strong saves here in the third period. Look at Brett Hull back up, take the shot, and then Lemieux kicked his feet right out. Hull went down hard, but he did get the shot. The puck was rolling at the time of the shot, and Curtis Joseph, that's a big save off of Brett Hull and a big save off of Amonte this period.
All poised, Otto and Messier for the faceoff. Just like years ago, Calgary against Edmonton.
See how Brett Hull backed up, Mike? He saw Chelios with a puck. He backed up to find open space. He didn't drive to the net looking for a rebound. He got open. And you put the puck on his stick when he's open for a moment, watch out.
It is Chelios, but that ricocheted off Graves and back to neutral ice. Brett Hull has had 3 70-plus goal seasons in the NHL. 70-plus. Off of Lemieux, it is tapped on back. Squirted through, Otto couldn't reach. Niedermeyer can control. Above center ice, the big clock shows 12:05 to go in the third period. Richter out, flicked it away to the glass. Smolinski tries to play. Bounces one to Amonte. Drop back for Smolinski. Ryan Smolinski rushing it ahead. Shoots one, and it went wide. Trapped by Joseph, and play is stopped.
This line has been very quiet for Team USA. Smolinski, Leclerc, and Amonte. Amonte did a good job shorthanded, but at even strength, this line's been the best line for Team USA through the first 2 games. In this game, they've been quiet. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with Desjardins and Stevens, the defense pair for Canada, on the ice when Leclerc is out there. Leclerc is so big, so strong, so good in the offensive zone around the net that Canada has paid special attention to them. And again, as Leclerc stays out there, so is Stevens and so is Desjardins, the defense pair, to go against him.
Smolinski on this draw with Linden. Monty working along with John Leclerc as the wingers. It'll be Schneider and Kevin Hatcher the point man. And it's won by Team USA. Amonte back to Schneider. Matthew Schneider sailed it to the glass. LeClaire dug it out. Got it on over to Smolinski. A shot ricocheted off 2 defensemen. LeClaire backhander. Saved and covered by Joseph.
Mike, I've said this many times. When you're a goaltender and you see a person do a 360 to get a shot, especially on the backhand, you go down and wait for the low shot. It's hard to elevate the puck. LeClaire spun right around with the puck to get the shot, and Curtis Joseph was down waiting for it. That's a goaltender reading a play, thinking where the puck is going to go. Here's LeClaire. Watch him spin around and get the shot. See Curtis Joseph down there waiting? That's a smart read by the goalie. And this is the best for, I don't know, since a portion of the first period, the best that the U.S. forwards have looked. They're taking some responsibility here. They're forechecking, and they're working Canada deep. And finally, Curtis Joseph having to be good.
3 shots to 2, Team USA in this period, and 8 minutes and 22 seconds have been played.
Gary Gregson talking to the Team Canada coaching staff, and this probably has to do with line changes. Team USA is the home team here. They got the home team advantage in this final game because of the higher seed, so they get the last change.
Lindros and Smolinski on the faceoff. Ray Scapinello to drop it. Lindros the clean win to Eric Desjardins. Wraps it around for Brendan Shanahan. Good bump off by LeClaire. Darian Hatcher saw that one go off Lindros. Eric Lindros got it on for Shanahan. Play broken down and put off Scott Stevens. Amante hustling ahead. Tony Amante pivoting. He's got a man breaking. Darian Hatcher tried to throw it in front. Shanahan all over him. Shanahan flipped it. Darian Hatcher up with it. Wristed one. That's fought off in front by Desjardins. Trying to pull away from Smolinski. He's lost his stick. Smolinski nudged it on. They try to play in deeper but can't. Now it's back across. Amante, a shot is grabbed, dropped, and covered. And then put back into play by Joseph. Team USA making a change in lines. It's drilled all the way back down by Lindros, and there'll be an icing touch-up by Leach with 10:49 left in the third.
So Canada with 2 shots here in the third period. Team USA with 3. And the last one by Tony Amante. So he's had 2 here in the third period of their 3, the other by Brett Hull. Tony Amante can play the off wing pretty well. He took a good shot there. I remember there he is moving in to get the shot. He likes to shoot high. There you can see he hit the net certainly, or would have hit the net. Joseph to save. Tony Amante, I remember Scotty Bowman, great coach now in Detroit, telling me that this kid Tony Amante belongs to the Rangers. He reminds me of Yvonne Cornwallier. Can he scoot? Can he play? Tony now plays in Chicago with the Blackhawks, and he's carved out a pretty good NHL career.
The road run, what a comparison. It is Suter pursued by Fleury. Gary Suter wrapped it around, waiting for it as Yzerman, but then right on him was LaFontaine. LaFontaine battling to his side. Yzerman got a little tap to Brindamore. Out in front, it's cut off by Chelios and dumped back out off Bill Guerin's stick. It would have been an onside play. Joseph covers.
And that would have been a 3-on-2 if Team USA could have controlled the breakout. So a lot less pressure by Team Canada here through the first half of this period. 10:16 to go in the third. And a lot more effort by Team USA's forwards. We see a big, big difference. Team USA's defense, it's like a walk in the park now compared to the first 2 periods regarding pressure that they had on it. Remember, though, Keith Tkachuk was tossed from the game with the slashing major, and that has hurt their line combinations, and it took a power forward away from their hockey club.
Otto has Young and Hull with him. Kevin Hatcher working in back with Schneider. Face-off is thrown around by Niedermeyer. Striding to it is Lyle Odeline. Odeline hopped it ahead for Lemieux. Got it ahead to Messier. Messier crossing, looking, dealt one in front, and down to the ice. At the front of the net went a Team Canada player. It was Graves. The battle continues on the boards. Niedermeyer trying to play it. Now it's nudged ahead for Hull moving in. Hull crossing, looking for a pass. Fed one too far for Scott Young, but he retreats. Young carried off by Odeline. The battle continues on the wall. Mark Messier stepping by. Good shoulder into him by Smolinski. Odeline tries the other way, and waiting for it is Claude Lemieux. Just turned it back out. The clock shows 9.5 to go in the third period of this 1-1 tie. It skips over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer behind, 34 shots for his team, 18 for Team USA. 2 shots for Canada in this period. And for USA, 4. Monty lifts it right back in again.
Now see what happens when you can't break out of your zone as quickly? That means Canada can't get their flow going, can't get over center ice, can't get the puck deep, and can't punish Team USA in the USA zone. What you're seeing here now is Team USA a lot smarter with Canada's breakout. Brian Leetch just stood up a minute ago and threw a body check right here into Vincent Damphousse. Earlier in the game, USA was backing up, and Damphousse would waltz out of the zone and set up offense. So it's a whole different style of play that we're seeing here now at the midpoint of the third period.
Boy, did they ever adjust during those 18 minutes. Smolinski on the draw with Trevor Linden, and he won it to Stevens. Then Gretzky. Darian Hatcher shanked it off Linden, but he was taken out by LeClaire. Much better coverage by the forwards for Team USA defensively. Here is Stevens, then on for Gretzky. Tried to kick to control, but failed. Darian Hatcher flipped it along to LeClaire, stood up by Linden, and so it's Leetch again, with 8:45 to go in the third period. Hall in the first period on a power play. Lindros late in the second on a power play. 1-1 tie. Moving in is LeClaire. LeClaire with a feed across. A tip by LeClaire